guys. We're live. I'm excited to have my new guest. I just found out about her, Anja Schäfer, and she has contact with the Venusians. We're going to play the intro and get started.
Oh my goodness.
Great, and I just always put this up, guys. I always put the subscribe button up so you guys know to subscribe. Whether you're following me on YouTube or Rumble or Substack or X, give me a follow. And I'm really excited about my guest today. I have with me Anja Schäfer, and she is the founder of Venus Spirit, which is venusspirit.com, a platform dedicated to Venusian spirituality, higher consciousness, and planetary transformation. With decades of study and experience, she shares insights into the role of Venusians on Earth, the Venus Earth connection, and the teachings of Omnec Onec, a Venusian emissary who lived on Earth for over 30 years. Wow. Anja's mission is to help people awaken to cosmic truth, embrace the guidance of benevolent ETs, and understand how Venusian wisdom supports humanity's spiritual evolution. She also runs the Venus Spirit YouTube channel at Venus Spirit and is organizing an upcoming UFO Conference in Germany in 2026. What we'll focus on is the Venusians and why they are here, the late Omnec and 30 years of Venusian presence on Earth, how Venusians support humanity's transformation, the spiritual and energetic connection between Earth and Venus, and a look ahead in just 2026 UFO Conference. And with all that said, I'd like to give a warm welcome to the show for the first time. Anja, thank you for coming on. How are you?
Oh, thank you so much for this amazing introduction. I'm quite fine. Thank you very much for having me and for this spontaneous opportunity to talk about my work and what I'm doing. Thank you, Robert. The connection is it
Yeah.
stable?
I'm familiar with Omnic because I can just tell you I was yeah. Let me see if I can close some stuff out. Let me see if I can what's going on with the connection. Maybe I can close. I don't understand what's up with yeah. Um, yeah. I think I have everything closed out. Yeah, but what I was saying was, I hope you can hear me. I know Ray Keller, Cosmic Ray Keller, who he had contact with the Venusians, and he's told me a lot about Omnec, and stuff like that. So, how did you first hear about the Venusians, and like, how did you first start hearing about? And tell the people who are the Venusians for people that don't know.
Okay. Well, somebody is saying the YouTube isn't streaming. Do you want to check on that first, Rob, Bob,
Well,
Robert?
no, I'm not streaming to YouTube yet. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube after.
I see.
It's
Okay.
on. We're on X. We're on Substack. We're on Rumble, and we're on Facebook. And we're on
Okay.
Twitter. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're gonna do YouTube afterwards.
I see. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
yeah. So okay, let me talk a little bit about the Venusians and the Venusian contacts and Omnec Onec. Actually, I think you mentioned in your intro the the that Omnic has been on Earth or that the contact has been going since 30 years. So I have to make a distinction here. I met Omnic 30 years ago, but she's on planet Earth since 1955. So she was brought to Earth according to her own autobiography, according to her own story, as a 7-year-old child. According to her own autobiography, she explains that she was born on the astral level on Venus, on the astral level on Venus, which is inhabited since a long time. And she says that the Venusians are part of the ancestors of humanity on Earth, and that therefore they have a benevolent eye and heart on the evolution and on the development of humanity and of humankind, and that they were starting to really be concerned and worry about the earth and worry about humanity when the atomic age started in the 20s or 30s of last century, and because of the Cold War and all this explosive danger that the political societies and the political governments that they brought to earth, this seemingly unresolvable difficulty of dividing people rather than uniting people. And the Venusian's heart is the heart of unification. It's the heart of one consciousness, of divine consciousness. And so they felt, well, we have to somehow bring consciousness and higher awareness to the people on earth so that they won't destroy themselves. And plus, so that they won't destroy the beautiful planet Earth. And there were many attempts to bring teachers and to bring consciousness to humanity. And Omnec Onec, the little Venusian, is one, one of them. She is one of those who were brought to Earth to bring love, consciousness, light, and the expansion of awareness to humanity. This is why she came, actually. And since 55, she's among us. A Venusian, a real Venusian among us, so to say.
Wow. And you said the Venusians are appearing on the astral for some reason? Is that what it is?
Well, according to Omnic, there is a society existing on the astral of on planet Venus. Since you mentioned Dr. Raymond Keller, he's also talking about a physical society on Venus, but not so much on the surface, but rather in tunnel systems, in subterranean or sub-Venusian um, systems. But Omnic, and Omnic is the one I have been in touch with since 30 years, as I said. So from her, I just learned about the astral society on Venus. She said that the Venusians had a society on the surface of Venus, on the physical Venus, a long time ago, and that the whole society was kind of ascended, was risen, that it was raised to a higher level of consciousness. And since then, they are still living, they are still residing on the astral. She's explaining all that in colorful
Wow.
details in
Yeah.
her book.
Let me see here. How are the Venusians?
Huh? Excuse me?
How
I
did you
can't
first
hear.
come in contact with Omnic?
How did I come in contact with
How did
Omnic?
you first come in contact with Omnic?
Yes. Thank you for asking. So,
How did you first contact with Omnic?
how did I
Yeah.
find out about her? I'm sorry, the connection is so wobbly. Can you hear me well?
It happens sometimes with an international connection. Yeah, it's because we're far away. You know.
Oh, yes, I'm on Venus,
Yeah, I
so
can
it's
hear you good.
far away. I'm broadcasting from the astral Venus.
Mhm.
So say it again.
That's amazing.
You asked me how I got in touch with her. Yes?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's a pretty long story, but I tried to cut it a little short. So actually, it was, first of all, it's of course guided. It's guided by our soul contract. But physically, it was in the year, I guess it was 94. So it's a little bit, it's around 30 years ago when I turned on the TV in Germany. I was looking for consciousness. I was looking for love. I was looking for expansion. This was my quest since I was born. And then all of a sudden, I was guided to turn on the TV. And I switched it on, and there was Omnic. She was sitting there in a German TV show. She was giving an interview. And this is how I saw her for the first time. And all that I remembered was that she was really having an appearance of a very unique human being. I mean, that she was not just simply beautiful, but she also had a charisma that was outstanding. The charisma was very calm, very serene. It was very relaxed. She was super laid back within herself, very conscious and very sincere. And at the same time, she radiated a lot of love. And all that, really, I got it in an instant. It was just transmitted to my consciousness when I saw her for the first time, when I saw her face for the first time. I sent you a few photos. Maybe we can show them to the audience. This is how she looked like in 94. If you want to share that, maybe, can you?
Sometimes my computer is slow, but I can try for sure. Yeah, I can
Okay.
definitely.
Um, yeah, I have a photo. Oh, I have the photo here in the back of my shelf, actually. This is
Try.
the cover photo of the book. Yeah, so
I'll
this
try.
is how.
You know what she looks
I can't hear you.
like.
It's totally interrupted, the whole connection.
I've seen it. No, I gotta show it on phone. I'll just show it on phone. Let me see here. It's because we're really far away. So this
Oh,
was
yeah,
her, guys. Omnec Onec,
exactly. That's how she
and
looks.
I guess
Yeah, beautiful.
she
Exactly.
looks like a Venusian. You know?
She, yeah, she looks like a Venusian. That's really how she looks. And this is us exactly 3 years later when we met in my former bookstore. I opened an esoteric bookstore in Bavaria in southern Germany, and this is how we met. So physically, we were guided to meet there because obviously we had to make a physical connection so that I really receive a first initiation. So this happened through a darshan. This happened through a gaze by Omnic. It was really just a um, just on brackets. It was a gaze into my eyes, and it was not just into my eyes, but into my heart. So into my heart, and this is when my heart center chakra opened for the first time. And this was very important that I had this special personal experience, because this experience initiated me and ignited me, so to say, that I really felt in my soul, yes, this is the path that I'm now going on. This is the path this is my path. I just knew it intuitively. Yeah, this is how it all began. And then we started traveling together. I started to translate her. She was only working and teaching in Germany and in Austria and in Switzerland. So, and I'm German, obviously. So it was all somehow. This is another photo. This is a photo from the year 2000, a very beautiful one. Yeah, she was really radiating beauty and love. This is how she was. She still is that way, but now she's older and her health is not the best anymore. So we are excited, and I'm very happy that she's still alive and she's still among us. And it's my purpose. One of my purposes for being here is to keep her information and her message alive.
Yeah. Let me see. You also shared this photo too of the 5D and 3D. Do you want to
Yeah,
talk about that a little bit?
Omnic was the first one who spoke about. I mean, in my field, many teachers started talking about the transformation of the earth into a higher level of consciousness. And Omnic started talking about the transformation of the earth in 99. She received this whole download of information at that time, and she started giving lectures and workshops about the transformation process. And then she really unpacked all the background, all the history of Earth and the background of the genetic manipulation that took place on humanity, and why it is so important now that people raise their consciousness. And so she really started talking about all that. And basically, she said, you know, we on Venus, we already went that path. We already went through all that. So we can guide you. We can teach you, not manipulative, but with love and with consciousness. And so she was talking about how the Venusians managed it to raise their level of consciousness and to reach a higher state of awareness and to find unity consciousness and to reconnect themselves with the divine, with creator of the universe, and with all that is. So all these teachings is in her books, and this is what she brought. And the picture that you just shared is, it's just basically an updated version on what we are now going through. This is the process from this third dimensional separation consciousness of fear and lack and density and low consciousness and awareness and all that into a higher, more beautiful, more lightful, more paradisical consciousness. So the fifth dimensional consciousness, according to my understanding, is mostly the consciousness of unity, of awareness, that we are all one, that we are all connected, and that planet Earth is something, is our home, and that it is worth preserving it and taking care for it and loving it. And this is the process that we are all now in, and this is what we are talking about. This is
Okay,
the
okay,
book.
this is amazing. I love this information. I I I know our connection's bad. You know. Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately,
I
it's
don't know if
kind
my
of
connection's
stable,
doing
but
different.
it's
Let
a
me
little bit
try to
wobbly.
hold on. Let me try to connect from my phone. Let me see if I connect from my phone if that will be better. I'm gonna
All
try
right.
something.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do one of these camp. I have to do an ad for the. And then I'll go on my phone. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Um, so guys, a break, and I'm gonna try to connect from my phone. But let me see here. Why is this? I'm gonna try to get on my phone because this isn't working. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Quick pause to tell you about Pickaxe, the creator and user first platform built for people, not algorithms. You know what big tech is up to: data mining, data driven feeds, black box AI deciding who sees your work. Instead, Pickaxe hands on hands you an algorithm free chronological feed with native Rumble playback, auto posting or live streams, uh, free blue check verification, and full monetization control your voice, your rules. Best for all web version is live right now, and choose iOS, Android apps drop next month. On Pickaxe, your Rumble videos play seamlessly right in your feed as they were built into a platform. No embeds, no workarounds, just a smooth native playback. Even better, in the beta now, creators can connect their Rumble channel to Pickaxe to automatically post live streams and videos so your followers never miss a comment. You can also write full articles directly on Pickaxe today, and later you'll be able to blast them out as email newsletters. One click and build up your email list for monetize on your own terms through paywalls, revenue sharing, or affiliate ads, no insert promo codes or tracking links. Because the bot shouldn't steal your spotlight, Pickaxe hands you a free blue check so everyone knows it's really you. Pickaxe is building a tech community that is algorithm free, hands free, human first. Head to pickaxe.com, sign up, take your platform to the next level, reveal real voices with a real home. All right, there, I completed that task. I have to complete tasks for the, the, the platform. But did you want to continue? And I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and sorry. But I think we have a much better connection now.
Yeah, I can see your face now.
Yeah, this is much better.
Yes, it is. It is. I can see. I can even see your fan.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it so hot there? Where are
Oh
you?
yeah, it's still hot in. I'm in. Well, it's weird. It's hot. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's hot here, and then it gets like cold during the night. You know, it's like we're getting a little bit of fall early. So
Okay.
we're definitely getting fall early. But it's I kind of like it. I kind of really enjoy the I like the crisp, cool weather at night. It's
Okay.
but yeah. But where did we leave off? You were talking about Omnec, and wherever you'd like to finish, you can pick up where you left off.
Oh, I was kind of finished. I was just answering the question about the shift from the third density or third dimensional level to the fifth dimensional level. And because Omnic said that the Venusians already went that path, and this is why she came to teach us. She brought this information on how the Venusians mastered it to raise their level of consciousness so that they are now residing in a paradisical level on the astral level. And she brought this information about the Venusian teachings, the Venusian spirituality. This is why my website is called Venus spirit.com, because this is Venusian spirituality is basically the divine spirituality. It's just a direct simple path to God, or to the creator, to the essence of what we really are as souls. So it's really very easy. Basically Omnic's books are all that one needs if you want to find your way home. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's yeah. Well, tell us a little bit more about like how do they live on Venus? Like, what's their culture like as compared to like here on Earth?
Well, it's a culture of conscious connection with the creator. It's a unified field of consciousness. That doesn't mean that humans are not individual anymore. Omnic explains the astral level of Venus as a duplicate to the physical. A duplicate to the physical. So basically, there's still male and female individuals. There's families, there's children, there's houses, there's landscapes. But everything is much more beautiful because people have mastered the ability to create out of their own energy what they want to experience consciously, rather than just stepping and stumbling into what's already there, as we usually experience it on Earth in the third dimension. Usually, here it is that we experience what's already there. And since we have not entered our creative consciousness, usually, we are just keeping everything intact that's already there. And Omnic brings us this remembrance, this memory that we are the creators. So, where our attention goes, the energy flows. And everything that we can imagine can be or will be what we are eventually experiencing, because we are creators, because we are all fractals of God. We are just the same as God, just in individualized forms in our human bodies. And this is very important to realize, so that we break out of this kind of our own mental prisons, and so that we raise our consciousness and create eventually the world that we all want to live in, not only for us but also for the generations that come after us. So this is basically how they live. They live in a paradisical field of unified consciousness where they all speak the same language, and the language is love, the language is frequency, rather than different languages or separation consciousness, like I'm Anja and I'm German and I'm white and I'm whatever. No, they don't identify themselves anymore with these kind of labels. because they are souls and they know they are souls, and so they respect each others as souls, as individual fractals of God, which is very beautiful.
I agree. That is very beautiful. What about Val Thor? Have you ever had any contact with Val Thor, and what do you think of him and the legend of Val Thor?
Yeah, well, Thor, as far as I know, he came from the physical universe, from the physical Venus. He was he is obviously also a Venusian, and he was instructed, or I don't know if he was guided by masters or if he made the decision himself to go to the Pentagon, as you probably know, in the end of the 50s, beginning of the 60s, to bring consciousness and to bring the awareness of that there is more extraterrestrial life out there, and also with the intention to facilitate peace among the political systems. Of course, as we all know, that this was not very successful, but it was very important that he had this mission, and his mission was to bring this consciousness back to the people. So the mission in itself was the same as Omnic's, but it was a different approach, a different avenue. And Omnic and Val Thor, they never interacted directly with each other. So she was brought from the astral level of Venus, and he, as far as I know, came from the physical Venus, and his task was more a political task, and her task mission was and is more a spiritual mission.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you think they ever interacted, or do they ever meet? You think?
No, Omnec and Valthor, not that I know of. No, her mission was always very, very individual, very independent. She was only connected with her uncle Odin, who accompanied her to Earth. She was accompanied by her uncle Odin, as far as she always explained, and by a Martian. So there were two male adults, one from Mars, one from Venus, who brought her to Earth. And other than that, she was only throughout her whole life contacted every once in a while telepathically. And she was also brought to a spaceship every 7 years approximately to go through physical examinations and psychological and mental restoration, because she was very much affected by her environment on Earth. So her mission was very much to really live among us, not so much to interact with other spiritual teachers or with other Venusians on the physical. This was not her mission. Her mission was to really be in the physical, be among us, and to only teach individually. For example, myself, I'm kind of the closest contact, because it is my mission to to bring it forth, to bring it forward. So her mission was very you can say even isolated. She was not so much interacting with others.
I was going to say, did she have a hard time, like adapting to Earth life? Do you feel? Did she ever tell you about that?
Absolutely. It's in her books, because, I mean, it's a miracle in itself that she survived. And it was not that she survived it without any harm. Her physical health has been deteriorating. You can really say that, specifically since she has not been taken to the spaceship anymore. This is now 25 years back, approximately, since this ended. And so since then, she aged a lot, and she went a lot of times to the hospital. She still has to go to the hospital all the time because of some kind of physical difficulties, and emotionally she was very much affected. She was very lucky that she could maintain her spirituality and her emotional and mental health in so far as that she still functions. So, but she was very much affected, yes. And it's, as I said, it's a miracle that she survived it, because of the low density consciousness, the separation consciousness, all this fear based energy, lots of anger that she had to face, and lots of aggressiveness, And so all these very low density energies are totally different than the ones that are common on the astral level of on Venus, because it's a harmonious field of consciousness. Emotionally, it's balanced, and very much harmonious, in tune with the divine and with the creator. And so on Earth, it was absolutely a nightmare for her. So her second book, the second part of her autobiography, is called Angels Don't Cry. And she said, when you read that book, you better get your tissues, because she was suffering and crying a lot throughout her whole life.
Wow, that's amazing. And what did she what did she feel like the Venusian? Well, let me ask you this: why is it that like there it's so harmonious there on Venus, but like here on Earth we have like turmoil and like craziness? Like, was Earth, the 3D Earth, built, or was it hijacked somewhere along the way? That like you hear people say the term prison planet a lot. Like, do you feel like the Earth was hijacked along the way, and like we're in some kind of like where we're forced to reincarnate over and over again, soul trap or something like that?
Yes, she would definitely agree to that. So according to Omnic, there was I mean, everybody knows that. I'm sure that all of your followers will have heard about that. That there was a manipulation, maybe more manipulations. Our way of explaining things is very much broken down to the simplified. So I can only say what I learned from her is, and what she brought from her spiritual guides, is that the genetic manipulation took place on humanity a long time ago, with the result of the complete forgetfulness. So that these high, that all, our original state of consciousness is as the Venusians are now on Earth. Basically, we are all divine human beings with our complete awareness. But this was, as you say, hijacked or manipulated a long time ago. And in the following, the souls were kind of trapped in reincarnation cycles, in karma, and in all these kind of low density cycles, completely separated from the divine and only focused on survival and on the physical. According to Omnic, they they separated the brain into two halves, so that only the brain half that allows the human being to function in the physical would remain intact. And the other half, that was the intuitive or the female or the feeling half, that this was very much low down to almost nullified. And this caused the complete separation and slavery, as you can imagine, that a human being that doesn't know who she is or who he is, it's easy to be controlled, it's easy to manipulate, it's easy to just make a slave out of them. And this is, as far as I was taught, what really happened to humanity since a long, long time. And now, because of the atomic danger, and because it is now the time that Earth returns to its original state of a perfect paradisical planet again. So it has to, the human consciousness must rise. And this is why they brought the Venusians, why they brought teachers, also other star seeds, and all this, everything that has been happening now since the last decades, that this is really an accelerated rate of change. And plus the sun and everything, all these rays and the spaceships, there's so much going on the frequency level, because they are, the higher evolved beings. There is a law of non-intervention. That means they can't interfere into the free will of the human person, of the human. So they have to reach us from within, through, from person to person, from heart to heart, through love and compassion, spiritual teachings. They can't just come and open our minds and throw all the garbage out and put something new in it. As much love as it would not be an organic evolution path of the human being, but still it would be manipulation. And so they have to figure out other ways. And Omnic, bringing Omnic to Earth was one of their ways to help bring consciousness to help us raise our consciousness again. So yes, I agree
Yeah.
to everything.
And would you say the Venusians are our distant relatives, or they are cousins or something, or
Yeah,
or do we have a
ancestors.
genetic bond with them?
Omnic says they are our ancestors. I mean, it's all written in her book about the history of the colonization of Earth, that the Venusians and other galaxies, of course, brought colonies to Earth a long time ago. According to her, I mean, I know that everybody probably tells it differently or talks about more races. She was only talking about 4 races, basically: the black race, the red race, the yellow race, and the white race. And that these races were brought as colonies to inhabited the young planet Earth. I cannot tell you that this is the ultimate truth. This is just the way Omnic brought the teaching and the story, because, you know, storytelling from a highly evolved being is something when you really listen and when you follow the red thread that this person is talking about, it can help you. That sometimes it happens that some transfer of consciousness happens and you may receive some memory, or something ignites in your heart, or even some love feelings rise up. The story in itself is not the ultimate, most important factor, because a story can never be ultimately true. The ultimate truth is always beyond the words.
I love that. I love that. That's interesting. And are the Venusians here to support humanity's transformation? Would you say?
Exactly. This is why she was talking about the transformation as one of the first ones in the 90s. Some others also started to bring this information, because these seeds, this information was just seeded, you know, and there were channelers, other conscious beings, and Omnic was one of the first ones who was talking about the transformation of the earth. So they are supporting from all levels. They are supporting individually, they are supporting with frequency, with information, with energy. She also said that even the nature was instructed to change their frequency and their sounds, because also nature and planet Earth itself, the waters, the winds, the insects, animal life, they all love the earth and they all want to preserve the earth. So all their frequencies, when they change their frequencies into a more harmonious frequency, it brings all energy. And this helps the earth, because the earth is a beautiful paradise and it wants to not only survive, but also to thrive. And we are the ones who help the earth to do that.
Do you think the Earth is in a bad place right now? Like my friend said the other night that he feels like the Earth is like crying out to us. You know, he said you can hear it in the song of the birds. Like, do you feel like the Earth is in a tragic state and that we need to like recondition it to a better, like a rehabilitated state, or do you feel like there is change already? Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You know, I'm a hardcore positive thinker, because
Yeah.
I was taught by Omnec that my way of thinking and where my attention goes, my energy flows. So I'd rather nourish the idea that the earth is feeling better and that it will be preserved and that it will be healed. And I'd rather send love and energy and light to the earth, instead of feeling fearful or feeling anxious or feeling desperate because the earth might be crying. Maybe it's crying, but you know what, crying is something that can also be purifying and cleansing. So Omnic also established once the Operation Peace program. That's a meditation program, and she she told people that they should just gather, or even individually, to do a meditation every Wednesday, even if it's just 10 minutes, to send prayer, to send love, to send light to the earth. Because we are the ones, when we use our energy, and when we even invite the divine and the angels and the masters to support this project, everybody individually makes a change. And so the earth is receiving love and attention, and caressing, and gratitude, and everything. And this makes a big difference. What people think and where they put their attention on, this is what makes this change happen. It's through us individually. It's not coming from the outside. It's us who are bringing the change with our energy and with our love.
I agree. And I'm just going to do another campaign real quick. And let me see
Yeah.
here. We'll take a small break. And let me see. Why isn't it showing up? Um, okay. If you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app, guys. It's free, simple to use, and best way to stay connected to the content you want. And guess what, guys? Get Rumble Premium as well, because a lot of people are moving to Rumble. Once you've got it, you search for any channel and hit follow. That way, you'll get a notification every time, like that typical Skeptic podcast goes live. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description, or download the pin live chat. Download to your phone and you're ready to go. If you prefer watching the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming services and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble, follow the channel, and be part of the action. So you can download the Rumble app, and you can also get Rumble Premium. And it helps this channel if you download, Rumble Premium from one of my shows. Like, I'm trying to promote Rumble, guys, because they're promoting me, and that means a lot to me. And thank you. And now, what I wanted to get back to was how can we the people work with the Venusian energy in their own spiritual practice? I thought that'd be a really good question.
Yeah, mostly within themselves, by connecting to their hearts. I mean, this is easily said. The other thing is, of course, that I can only encourage everybody is to read the books. Omnic's autobiography it is a pure container. On every page, the Venusian energy is radiating. It's really coming out of the pages. So this is what happened to me when I read her book it was in 97, I think it was, for the first time. It was the German book, actually, the first edition. Now I am the owner of the rights, so the book that's in my shelf is now the new edition. But this is also available in English, yeah, in English. And so the important thing is to connect with the energy and with the spirituality and with the consciousness. And this is very simple and very beautiful. But as I said, it's the because it is an internal process. It's not so much about meeting Venusians on the outside. I mean, they are among us, but they are not so loud. Venusians are kind of, we are not so loud. We are not shy. We are very strong. Although I don't say that I'm a Venusian, but I'm a Venusian facilitator. But we are not, we don't have huge membership areas. We don't have cults. We don't have a broad, big audience or something like that. It's a very soft, calm, loving energy. So when you take care for kindness in your heart, you are automatically connecting with a Venusian spirit, because the Venusian spirit is the one of humbleness. It's the one of kindness. It's the one of seeing the other as a soul rather than just the physical body. It's really acknowledging the divine in everything and in everybody. So this consciousness is what makes the change. And the consciousness that I'm now talking about is really in our books, because there is just the essence. And we don't have hundreds of books. Basically, it's 4 5 books, and everything is in these books. It's all very condensed.
Yeah, and is that what you share on your channel, the Venus Spirit YouTube channel? Are you trying to share the teachings as well on your YouTube?
Yeah, indirectly. I mean, I'm always, when I'm talking, I'm sharing the teachings, yes.
Yeah.
Um, but and on my YouTube channel, there is a huge collection of information, of interviews, of Omnic's talks as well. There's a lot of stuff in English, in German. So I'm at the moment, I'm not really guided to just sit there and give daily talks or daily, oh, this is the Venusian energy today, or this is not, I'm not guided to do it like that. I'm at the moment very busy with organizing events, because the events are important, physical events actually, to bring people together, because there, since it is my heart that is guided to organize these events, all these people in somehow, in some way, who feel drawn to participate there, be it the speakers or the participants, they are all part of that field. And this is a unified field of consciousness that we are creating by coming together physically. So, see, we are not, we are acting also indirectly, directly and indirectly, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and tell the people if you can about your UFO conference in Germany. Like I have a lot of
Oh,
international. I'm going to upload this to YouTube later, and this is on Rumble, so a lot of people are going to see it. And there might be some people in Europe who might, or even in the United States, who might want to travel over there to your UFO conference. It sounds amazing.
I try now something new, Robert, if I may, and that's sharing my screen, because I would like to show my website where you can find, and I switched to the English version. I have it in. You can see it now. Yes.
Let me see. Can you guys see it? Let me see here.
No, not.
How do I add it to the screen? Um,
I'm sharing the
oh,
screen.
presentation. Here we go. There we go. I got it. It switched it to presentation. So now we can see. Now me and you are on the bottom and it's on top. Yeah.
Okay. So now when I share that, can you see it now?
Yeah.
All right. So on my website, venus-spirit.com, there is a tab, and that's called events. And here under events, I have two big physical events upcoming in Germany. One is the Ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference, and the second is the Christos Sophia Conference. This is a very spiritual ascension conference, really for the heart. For now, I want to show you the Ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference. So, as you can see, this is the title. It's the largest international UFO Congress in Europe, and it's going to take place in May next year, from May 13th to May 17th, 2026. It's going to be on 5 days, so altogether. And the tickets can already be purchased at the moment. We have, yes, we just have opened, I just opened the ticket sale. And the topics of the conference are levels of disclosure, technology and science, extraterrestrial and ultradimensional contacts, history, politics and exopolitics, consciousness and spirituality, inner earth, time travel and timelines, AI, and the future of humanity and the earth. And as you can see here, you can see it, yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So many of them you will know, because at the moment I even have more international English speaking speakers than German ones, which is amazing, I think. So you many know also Dieter Bröers. He's a very famous German biophysicist and consciousness researcher. He's also very much into the sun and everything that has to do with the physics of the sun. Laura Eisenhower, I think everybody knows probably, right?
Yeah. I'm good friends with her. I met her in person this year. I was at the Full Disclosure Now conference in Florida, and I met Laura in person. And that was actually the second year in a row I met her, and then she also comes on my show too. So I'm good friends with Laura. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'm very excited that she agreed to come actually next year for both of my conferences because she's an expert for both. And yeah, but she also is going to be part of this UFO disclosure conference, which is of course exciting because of her background. So she knows so much, and it's going to be such a value for the German speaking audience, and also for the international whoever wants to come and join us. Yes. Lothar Lauer, you might not know so well. He is an expert. He's an ambassador for the inner earth, a German ambassador of the inner earth. Then we have Brad Olson. Everybody knows Brad Olson.
Yeah,
Yes.
Brad comes on my show. Yeah, I'm familiar with Brad.
Do you know Bob Spearing too? He's the MUFON director of international investigations.
I don't know him.
Okay, yeah. He's a good friend of Dr. Raymond Keller. They do lots of stuff together at MUFON events. So this is how he came into my field. It was Ray's recommendation, and he's excited. He's very nice, and I'm excited to have him in Germany as well. And Ray Hernandez, he's coming from Colombia. He's originally from Cuba. He's also amazing. He's writing these big fat books with his specialty is contact modalities. Contact Research Institute. He's the president of the Contact Research Institute. I don't know. Do you know Frank Jacob?
Yeah, I know Frank. Yeah, he Frank comes on my show too.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Frank. And then Tonya Maidenford.
I don't know Tanya. No, I don't know her.
Yeah, she's an amazing filmmaker as well. They are a team. They make a lot of films together, consciousness films since 15 years or so. Amazing, beautiful documentations and films. And here you have Omnec. Omnec Onec. This is a photo from last year.
Oh wow, so she's gonna make it to the conference.
If God helps, yes. I do my best. I mean, her, as I told you, her health is really wobbly. Um, but I really truly hope that our divine guidance will help her to make the last, probably it's going to be the last flight to Europe. And maybe it's going to be her farewell, saying goodbye lecture. This is the idea. Yeah. Because she has been on this planet now since 55, and she has done so much work. She shared so much love, and she really deserves her peace and her retirement. But yes, it's my hope that she will go with a big party. This is why we want to have her again.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And Dr. Raymond Keller, of course, as well, my good friend. He's the Venus historian. I think he knows so much about Venus. He knows, I think, probably almost everything from so many angles. He's just an amazing soul and a very kind soul, very beautiful person. And I'm happy to see him soon again in October, because in October I'm going to visit Omnec and work with Omnic on her last book, and I'm going to see Ray in Missouri and in Sedona.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is Cecilia Sifontes. She's also a channel medium, a very powerful medium of light. And she's also an Arcturian contactee, and she has had a lot of experiences on spaceships. And she's a good friend of mine. She's in Sweden, and she's also coming to give a lecture. Peter Denk is a pretty famous German author and very popular speaker. Rainer Feistle as well. You will not know these people here. Johann Nepomuk Meyer and Dirk Seufert. He's the ambassador of the Intergalactic Confederation of Light, also a German ambassador. Yes, and I myself, I am the organizer. So this is the speakers lineup and the frequency of the heart fields. This is just a beautiful I feel it's a beautiful text that I wrote that really gives a good idea on what this conference is all about. So I invite you, of course, wholeheartedly to visit this website and to dive deep into it, to read these texts, to look into the venue. And if you really want to come to Germany, that is my high recommendation, because the tickets are so low priced. The early bird ticket is valid until the end of December, and it's only 399 euros in US dollars, is approximately the same. And this even includes 5 days of full board, 8 meals, and also drinks, and everything includes all lectures. Everything is included except for hotel and stay. So, but even there are very, very reasonable prices possible. So this is really, you can't have it cheaper. Yeah, and there are even group discounts, affiliate tickets, affiliate partnership, and so much more. This is
Well,
the event.
that is amazing. That's amazing. It seems like an amazing event. It really does. It's yeah. Wow. Well, I honestly had an amazing time. Thank you so much for coming on today. And do you want to tell people where they can find you again? And yeah, and I love having you on. I'd love to have you on again.
Anytime. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And everybody who has any questions, please reach out to me. You can visit the website venus-spirit.com. There you find all information in English. And if you need anything, or if you have any questions, please reach out to me. It's very easy to get here. It's Frankfurt Airport. I mean, if you want to come to that event, you can just easily purchase a ticket. If you are a group of 4, you get 10% discount. And yeah, there are cheap flights, I suppose, also to Frankfurt, and trains and everything. It's all manageable, because you still have half a year to make your plans to come to Germany and to be part of this amazing conference. And
I,
last but not least, we're also working on translations. So the English speakers, of course, are going to be translated to German for the German audience, because most of the audience was going to be German, of course, naturally. However, since we have AI and we have automatic subtitles, we are working on making the German presentations available with English subtitles, or the language of your choice, so that you can also experience those.
so is that what you'll do with the English speakers? Like, so for example, like Laura Eisenhower and Frank Jacob and Brad Olson, will you have someone translate their speeches into German as well? Is that you're going to do?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. I think
Yes,
that's
of
really
course.
cool. It's amazing that we live in a time where that can be done, and we can
Exactly.
bridge cultures, and because I really feel like it's all about coming together and learning and like turning this into a new earth that we all want to see.
This is exactly why we are doing that, and why it's so important to come together physically, to connect the continents, to connect the languages. And even if you don't understand everything, most people speak and understand English, and you will find new and old friends. And there will also be workshops. Maybe we don't translate the workshops into German. I don't know that exactly yet. It depends on the resonance and what the people need, but maybe they will be just in English. I don't really know everything, because I'm still in the organizational process at the moment, of course. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. Well, yeah, do you want to share your website one more time before we go, and your YouTube? And yeah, and thank you.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this.
So the website, I type it in here again. It's just very simple. Venusspirit.com. Venusspirit.com. My name is Anja Schäfer, and you can also Google just Venus Spirit Omnec Onec. You will find it. And the YouTube channel is also Venus Spirit, Venus-Spirit, Venusian
Wow,
spirituality. Yeah.
that's
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Well, Thank you so much, Anja, and I'd love to have you on again. And until and yeah, thank you.
Thank
All
you
right,
very much, everybody. See you next
thank
time.
you.
Thank
See
you,
you.
Robert. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. And yeah, guys, that was Anya, and I'm gonna do one more ad read if I can before this closes down for the day. I still have 2 minutes before I can do another ad read, so maybe just hang with me for 2 minutes, guys. I'm trying to think of what we could talk about. Does anybody have any questions about the stream, like while we're on air, or anything? Any questions? I mean, for me while we're going here. Um, yeah. What did you guys think of the guest? Did you guys think that was a great guest? And yeah, here's her website, guys. It's let me see here. I put it up on, let me see if I can put it up on the screen. It's yeah, it didn't show up. So yeah, venusspirit.com. Check her out and stuff. And I thought that was an amazing guest. That was a yeah, I don't know why my picture's so big here. But yeah, and we have another show coming up tonight, guys. I'm doing a show with Coley on my YouTube. That'll be tonight. Now I'm gonna put all these shows on YouTube too eventually, but I have to do these because I have to get my ad reads out of the way for Rumble. I have to do 5 ad reads a month. But you know what? What I was just thinking, like honestly, I kind of like doing this way. I like being on Rumble. I like doing the ad reads. So I'm actually gonna do a lot more shows like this. I'm going to split up my shows. I'm going to do half my shows on Rumble and I'm going to do half my shows on YouTube because I really like this. And it gives me an opportunity to make money too. I don't know if we get commission off the ad reads. I'm not sure about that, but I know we get paid a little bit for each ad read. So, there is that. But like, you'd think that like, since there's a promo code in them that like we would get some kind of commission, but I'm not sure how Rumble does that. But like, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing, like I said, half the shows on here and half the shows on Rumble. Let me see if I can do my last ad read, 13 seconds. So yeah, I'll just do that and then we'll close up shop. But if anybody has any questions for me, put them in the chat now. And we're going to wrap this up, and then I got to get ready for the next show, which is at 9 o'clock tonight. So the last ad read is for Technosport gaming chairs. Let me see here. So I'll just review the campaign, and let me see here. Looking for a comfortable, unique option with your gaming setup? Check out Technosport USA. With a wide range of ergonomic chairs and an array of colors, you will definitely bring your setup to the next level. Always comfy, never boring. Technosport. Use code RUMBLE for 10% off your order. And that was a fast one. All right, guys. And that was that. And I'll see you guys tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern with Michelle and Coley on my YouTube and Rumble. We'll be on both. So, yeah, thanks everyone. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Why isn't this ending?